Yeah, it's kind of blowing my mind right now. I kind of feel like I'm too dumb for this. Yeah,
Podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the new show. Episode 2.
Yeah,
Too dumb for this.
obviously.
You can catch up. You can catch up on all of episode 1 on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. I think that's it. I don't know.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I listened. I don't know. We had some good download numbers last week, but I think it was all us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I listened to it a couple times. Just trying to figure out how to get better. It's for scientific purposes. It's not to buffer the numbers or anything like that. But I listened 137,000 times. So if there's
From
any sponsors
Singapore.
out there, right? I
From
was driving to
Singapore,
different
you're
locations, flying all over the world, just to kind of buffer our numbers a bit.
For that sweet, sweet ad money.
Yeah, bring on the ad money.
And if you are, if you are a fan of the show and you listened to episode 1 and you're now listening to episode 2, you may have heard some new intro music.
Oh shit, yeah. And also you can leave us donations. Or we'll read an ad for you, perhaps. The listener. Maybe you just want to be like, hey, my name's Dan. I just need a shout out. That's $3. We'll give you a shout out, Dan, for $3. Anything more than that, we'll negotiate price.
And we'll do even more for less.
Right. Hand stuff, mouth stuff. Whatever you need. But anyway, yes, the new intro, man. I'm digging the new intro.
Good. Yeah, man. I listened to probably 100 different tracks before I sent you the sweet list to approve.
Wow. Yeah, you sure work a lot harder at this than I do. I just kind of wait for you to send me stuff, and I'm like, man, that's great.
Yeah, you work smarter. I work harder.
That's true. That's true. No, there's nothing smart about it.
No, dude, there's nothing hard about it.
I don't know, man. You listen to a shitload of songs, and you whittled it down for my measly pea brain to like 5 options. I appreciated that.
Of course. And dude, we got to get this Google Voice thing set up. We're going to try to get a number for you listeners to call in if you want to be on the show and leave a message for us, and then we may play your message on the show and respond to your questions, because I'm sure there are plenty of questions.
Right. Like, what the fuck are you guys thinking? How many times are you gonna try a show?
Count the number of times Jesse says dude and or clears his throat and or says I shit you not. All of which I'm stopping immediately after listening to episode 1. That could be a college drinking game. Drink every time Jesse says dude.
It's called a crutch in the radio biz. We've both got some crutches that we need to work on, yeah. We've got some things that we need to work on. But man, that's the beauty of it. We're not trying to be professional radio guys. We just want people to tune in and listen to us be idiots with each other. That's it. We want people to
Right.
be idiots with us. So
And
call
eventually
in.
make millions of dollars.
Yep, oh, well, totally. I mean, I don't want the fame. I just want the money. So, if people send it in, if people just send in money, then we don't even have to do a show anymore if that's what they want to pay for. If they're like, "Hey, here's $20, don't do this anymore." Okay, we'll take a week off.
Yeah, so if you don't pay us, we'll keep going.
Yep. Yeah. So take that.
Week week after week, nonstop.
Yeah. We are not going to quit.
Like Rocky.
Oh man, it's funny.
Yeah. How was your week, man?
Oh, long. I was ready to do another podcast. It was actually pretty good, man. Not a lot happened, just worked. I've been trying to look for stories to do on the show, give us something to talk about. But it's just the same thing every day. Every news story. It's all the same shit. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
How was your week?
It was interesting. I spent most of the week in the hospital.
Oh shit.
Not for me, of course.
Oh.
But we had to admit the little one into Dell's Children's Hospital, and she had some issues eating, so she had to have a feeding tube installed. And I was like, while you're here, do more shit. Look under the hood. Look around a bit. See what else you can find. But no, it took her a few days. First night she gained weight. Second night she lost weight. But by the third day they were like, "Hey, she's good. Like she's keeping her food down, and feeding tube works." Dude, I don't know. I mean, inserting a feeding tube into a baby, they wouldn't let me leave the hospital until I showed them that I could do that.
Oh my God.
And I mean, there are lots of other horrific things in the world, but making a baby squirm as you put a tube down their throat through their nose is very uncomfortable.
Oh my God, man, I can't even imagine.
Very uncomfortable. But I slept at the hospital every night. I did complain to staff that their chairs are not soft.
Yeah, man. Oof. Yeah, you'd think for as much as it costs to be in a fucking hospital that they would offer a comfortable chair.
And some linens and a pillow. No, all of that stuff was there. I just chose not to use it.
Yeah.
Dude, I slept. So they have a chair that turns into a bed.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if this is common. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's common because it was at one of the other hospitals. But it just, dude, it's like a piece of metal covered by a very thin piece of plastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
it's super cold. Sticky.
It pulls into something longer. It's like the most worthless transformer ever.
Right.
and I don't know. I knew where the sheets were. I knew where a pillow was, but I was just super lazy. I'm thinking to myself, I'll sleep for a couple of hours. I'll be up. I'll sleep for another couple of hours. It'll be fine. 7:30 a.m. Which, by the way, I don't know how anybody ever gets healthy in a hospital, because every 20 seconds somebody comes in to poke you, to prod you, to wake you up, to ask you questions, to see if you need anything. It just goes on and on.
Oh,
and
it's the worst.
You need sleep.
It's the worst, man. Ugh. Yeah, being in hospitals is
Oh, so
no fun at all. And here's the thing, man. Like, I think I could handle me being in a hospital a lot better than I could handle my daughter being in the hospital. You know what I mean? I'm sure you were kind of the same way.
oh yeah, it's surreal, just weird,
Yeah.
you know. Because at one point I stepped out to take a conference call, and it, everybody that I work with, they were like, "What are you doing? Why are you on this call? You should be in the room." And my response was like, I can't do anything. There are 20 people with PhDs walking around her with stuff. you
Yeah.
know, I I can't do anything. But at least on the call, I probably didn't have a good idea there either. But and it was 15 minutes, step out, take a break,
Right.
and then kind of jump back into the room. But nah, you feel pretty helpless. There's not much you can do. Uh,
Absolutely, man.
for kiddos. But no, it was good, man. I mean, I tried to keep it light. Tried to crack some jokes because I was there by myself in the evenings, and then Lindsay would take over for the day. Um, but the first night, a nurse came in, introduced herself, and she was looking at looking at my daughter and said, "Aren't you just the cutest little thing?" And I was like, "Why, thank you very much." And she wasn't having any of it.
I know.
And they were super polite, but but not no one's in the mood for
Right.
joke cracking.
Right. Are you hitting on me? Yeah, they probably thought that was a little creepy. But honestly, like, what are you supposed to do, man? Like, you got to do something to. You'll just drive yourself nuts if you sit there and worry the whole time. I mean, you're in the hospital, which is already a stressful enough situation. It's just God. You gotta release that pressure sometimes, or you're just gonna pop, man. I would have done the exact same
Oh
thing.
yeah, and of course we do that through awkward humor. That
Oh,
is that is the only
dude,
coping mechanism people like you and I have.
dude, it's either yeah, yeah. That's all I can do. It's either that or my mind will explode. Like, I will lose my shit and freak out and go on a rampage and just start swinging and throwing punches and shit because I can't deal with emotions. So it's either I joke and I laugh and make it try not so uncomfortable, or I run through a crowd of people and just punch. Yeah,
Those are the two options.
that's
Those
it,
are the two
man.
options.
That's it.
So uh they make you practice on a doll, sticking this little feeding tube through their nose and into their bellies.
Uh,
And dude, the doll is fucking easy. It
yeah,
doesn't squirm, it doesn't yell, it doesn't do anything.
right.
And the nurse is quizzing me, and because it's training. I mean, if this thing comes out here, and you have to make sure it's inserted properly, there are lots of steps involved. We now have this, this pump on wheels rolling around the house, but
Uh,
you have to. So I mean, I had the doll, but I started, cracking jokes, not not because I was uncomfortable. I wasn't trying to like make fun of the doll or anything,
right.
but she was like, "Okay, what's step number one?" And I was like, "Make sure the baby's alive and breathing." And she was like, "No, that's not right."
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's a rough
Oh,
situation. But
oh,
but she's
dude, and it
she's
gets
doing
like,
okay. Like, she's back home now, right? And um so you like have to physically insert the feeding tube every time she's got to eat, or is it something that's in there? And like, I guess I don't understand how it works.
nah, she's good unless she pulls it out. It
Oh,
it can stay in there and it can do its thing, but if she pulls it out, or if it gets like too gunky, we'll I guess replace it. I don't know, every month or something. We'll just have to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
But no, if she pulls it out, that's when we have to reinsert it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, otherwise it's good. I mean, she has some tape on her face, but man, I mean, now she's getting the calories she needs. Before she was not
That's the most
getting,
important thing.
the calories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I have a whole new, a whole different understanding of what it means to have like any kind of cleanliness, because while we were in the hospital, a nurse took like some nipples and some tubing or some just baby paraphernalia, and cleaned it. And I said, oh, did you clean that stuff? We can use it the next time. She said, oh yeah, I rinsed it off. And I said, is that all you have to do? I said, does that mean it's clean for the next time? And she said, yeah, I use some soap and water. It's fine. And she was not the only nurse to say that. Every single time I asked a question about cleanliness, every nurse would say, dude, it's going into the stomach, where the stomach acids will just destroy anything and everything. It's fine.
Yeah, that makes me feel.
So now I'm rolling around the house like a dog.
I
know. So now I'm rolling around the house like a dog, just eating shit off the floor because I can.
Yeah, yeah. That's
using dirty plates, dirty dishes.
That's not scary
it's fine.
or anything. Yeah, yeah.
No. She's we're on a much better path now because the past couple months. I mean, she struggled with weight gain, so this will hopefully get us where we need to be. Give her a lot more energy, give her a lot more personality. It'll be good.
It's awesome, man. I'm glad that they're working in that direction. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like it's been one thing after another, and I just hope you get some results. Some good stuff happening here. So, I do know that when you guys came to visit, she is absolutely adorable. She's a little cutie, and so's the older one. They're both awesome kids. Yeah.
So. Thank you. We have a lot of fun with them, man. And likewise, your family's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, thanks, man. All right.
I'm glad everybody can listen to us just kind of jerk each other off.
Your family's great, man. No, your family's great. Well, it's one of those things. It's just when something like that happens, you just have to talk about it. I mean, it's a crazy experience that you guys are going through right now, but
Yeah. Yep. I'll tell you what else is kind of crazy. I have my own little Tyler Durden experience unfolding in front of me.
Oh shit.
Because yeah, I
are you making
if you
soaps?
Listen to episode 1. If you listen to episode 1, you will know that I now drive a little red Honda Fit.
Oh yeah, the Fit.
A very manly, masculine vehicle.
Yeah. They're so manly and masculine that when a Prius drives by, it laughs. Sorry.
I see them everywhere.
Yeah.
I see them everywhere. There are Honda Fits everywhere.
Right.
So now, every time that I see one on the road, I stare down the driver and I give him a thumbs up.
Yeah, man. You're like part of a club.
Yeah. The Fit Club.
Yeah. It's the same club that used to travel from truck stop to truck stop sucking dick. I believe they went by the Glory Hole Boys. Sweet car though, man. It really is cool.
Well, that explains why I gave one guy a thumbs up. And he almost got in a wreck doing a Yui. He kept flashing his lights at me.
Yeah.
rolling down his window saying, "Pull over."
Kept mouthing pull,
Pull over and pull out.
Pull over and pull out. And you got the red one, which is extra fiery. You know?
Oh, dude. Yeah. No, it means I'm here to party. But yeah, that scene in Fight Club where everywhere he went, people would, kind of tip their hat,
right,
and
Sign
they
of
just
respect.
they just knew who he was. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You are definitely, you're in a different kind of club that starts with F. It's not Fight Club. but yeah, it's something very similar where two men tangle and winner takes all. Oh, that's funny. No, but seriously, I bet it's nice not buying very much gas. You know.
Yeah, but I think they reduced the tank on it. It's an itty bitty tank.
Is it?
It's like a little thimble of a tank. I thought I'd have to fill up once a year, but I've already filled up twice in the past week. But it costs like a nickel to fill it up. So
right, exactly. Exactly.
I have a little fucking dropper.
A little fucking dropper. That's hilarious. Well, you just need to get you one of those 5-gallon cans, and just you'd never have to go back. You just fill that thing up once, and bam! Every 6 months, you just put a couple drops in there. You're good to go.
Pass it down to my kids. It'd still have half a tank left.
Of course, that gasoline-powered dildo that you guys have in the trunks of every one of those cars, it takes up more gas. Just kidding. They just throw one in free with every order of a fit. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm sure they're excellent cars. I'm just mad because I can't fit in the fit.
Come on down, man. You can fit in the fit.
It would be real tight, dude.
What? It is real tight.
It's real tight.
Real tight.
Dude, can you imagine me and you driving down the road in a fucking fit? It would look like a tan airbag went off in the passenger seat, and you're just like smashed up against the driver's window. Just stuff hanging out the windows and flopping around.
If we got into a car accident, it would be considered a hate crime.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, it's so funny.
Dude, do you have that list of alternate names for the podcast?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got it.
I was trying to remember some of the other names for the show, and didn't know if that would be good content.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got a whole bunch of them. You want to read some of them off?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let me find them. The Solid Adults. Karate
Okay.
Masturbation and the
What
Judo
does that
Throw.
mean?
Morons and Whiners. The Moonshine Theory. The Way It Was, The Way It Is. You fuck the cat, I'll
that's
hold
good.
the
Us
tail.
telling people to.
What?
That's good. Oh, that's good. Us telling people the way it is.
Oh. Did you hear the cat one?
No, what was that?
You fuck the cat, I'll hold the tail.
Wait, did you text that to me?
I don't know that I did.
I think that's something you kept to yourself.
Too old for this.
That's a.
Sorry, did you? It's hard to read this list because I take the headphones away from my ear. You want me to keep going?
Is that it? I thought we had some more. Oh yeah.
All right, where are we at?
I thought
Too
we had
old
a few
for
more.
this. Put the quarter in your butt. Strip club legends. Uncle Touchy and the Crybaby.
Now, who's? I assume I'm the crybaby.
I don't know. With that car, you might be Uncle Touchy. Oh. Don't call the cops. Drunk driving champions. Bald, fat, and horny. That was. I don't know. Old lady parts. We poop, we pee. And that's it. That was the list.
I think we chose wisely.
Yeah, I think so too.
You hold the tail, I'll fuck the cat. What was it?
You fuck the cat, I'll hold the tail. It's an old Patrick saying.
Of course it is.
Gotta give the man credit. He could name things. You know?
Yeah, that's a good one. And Uncle Touchy and the Crybaby.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that one would.
Where did that one come from?
Well, I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
Uncle Touchy.
Yeah. So actually, there is a story behind Uncle Touchy. This guy I work with, he's an awesome dude. He's kind of goofy looking, but he's an awesome guy. One of my favorites, man. But we had to go down and get licenses made, like peddler's license, so we could do like door-to-door sales calls and shit, right? And he goes down there and gets his license, and his picture comes back, and they're just taking your picture there at the counter, you know what I mean, off of like a webcam. You don't get to see it or approve it or anything, but his picture comes back, and I get to see it. So, me and a couple guys from work, we got a copy of that picture, and we we made a this is a true story, okay? So I get a copy of that picture. We scan, we go to like the Kansas Most Wanted page or whatever, and we scan his picture into the computer, superimpose it over this picture on the Kansas Most Wanted thing, and then like put a whole bunch of information on there. And he looked super creepy. And so we make this wanted poster, basically, like a new new wanted poster. Not like the 1800s wanted poster or anything like that, but like the new ones with all the information on there with the aliases and the height and weight and all that stuff. So we it looks great. So under the aliases, his names were Kindergarten Cupid and Uncle Touchy. And there was one other one that I can't remember, but it was absolutely obscene. And long story short, I folded it up in my pocket and like crumpled it up. And I told him that I found that at a gas station, and he needed to go talk to the manager. And he went in there and he was freaking out because he really thought somebody was out to get him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Pretty funny. Now he's got it hanging up on his fridge. Anyway.
Nice, that's good. So those were the those were the alternate names. I hope everybody likes that we settled on Too Dumb for This.
Or if you don't, go fuck yourself. Who cares?
Yeah. And we are, dude, we have we're rolling up some followers on the socials now. I mean, I think we have a few Twitter followers, and dude, Instagram's full of pervs. I posted a picture of a cactus. If you want to see the picture we posted today, you can hit us up on our socials. The number 2 Dumb for This on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and our podcast can be heard at twodumbforthis.com. But check out our socials. I was at Whole Foods today doing some grocery shopping for my family as other families skip around me, and I see a beautiful cactus. And I take a picture of it to show our wonderful listeners what a beautiful day it is. And dude, I get like 6 likes, and people think it's obscene. I think the cactus looks like a dick.
I'm gonna have to look at this cactus.
Yeah. Head over to our Twitter account at Too Dumb for This and look at the dick die.
That is hilarious. Yeah, man. I don't know if we've talked to anybody about this or mentioned this or whatever, but our last show we stopped doing for a very specific reason, and we found out that Jesse was going to buy a Fit, and no, I'm just kidding. No, it's cool to be doing this again. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Oh, dude, I am too. We we need to think of a few bits.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind doing a bit where we listen to maybe the number 1 song on Spotify every week, because I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I've tried to listen to some of those songs and unlistenable. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get music anymore, really. I'm really old. Actually, though, that's not true. I've discovered a couple new, like brand new, well, I don't know how brand new they are, but they're real new bands that I've been digging on. Sounds like they're kind of going old school.
U2, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I've never heard of those guys before. They're relatively new, aren't they? No, man. I'll give you an example. Greta Van Fleet. Have you heard those dudes?
Yeah.
Man, they're fucking.
Those guys are amazing.
They're young and they're absolutely insane. It's a throwback, man. It's like Led Zeppelin and fucking Rush got together and had a big old gangbang and got everybody in the room pregnant, and then their kids turned out to be this other band. You know?
Yeah, dude, they are fucking amazing. And it's not like, when you were naming off the references, it's not like you're just saying that to be polite. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, dude. It's really crazy. And they're very talented. Very talented. Like fresh-faced young talent. It's crazy, dude.
Uh,
Did that sound like a porn director or something?
Check your pants, sir.
Whatever, check the trunk of your car.
Check your.
Just kidding.
Check your wiener.
Check your wiener.
No, dude, that. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't heard these guys, head over to YouTube and check it out.
Yeah.
There's a video where the kid just starts fucking screaming, and you'll get it right away. You'll get it right away.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good, man. They're good.
Okay, so well, and dude, they're doing, like, if you look at their Spotify numbers, this is how weird it is. If you look at their Spotify numbers, it's good, but hold on, let me pull up the charts, and let me look at the United States top 50 on Spotify, and XXX Tentacion. XXXTentacion.
Yeah, the rapper that got killed.
The rapper.
He's dead now.
He is?
Dude, I think he just got shot like a week ago. I think that's the dude.
Oh, so that's why he has. How do you pronounce it?
I'm guessing extension. Yeah. But it's like XXXXX tension.
Temptation.
Yeah,
Temptation.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I don't know how you say his name.
So he has, I'm looking at the United States top 50 on Spotify. He has the number 1 song, the number 3 song, the number 4 song, the number 5 song, and the number 8 song out of the top 10. And he's getting probably 8 million daily plays.
Holy shit.
Okay, so maybe that's a bad example, because he recently passed, and but okay, here's Juice. Juice. It's the word juice and then WRLD. I guess we're naming bands like personalized license plates.
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD. They're getting 2 million daily plays a day.
Who in the? I've literally never heard that name ever.
Okay, so then compare that. Okay, hold on. We'll go back. Let's look at Juice WRLD. 17.6 million monthly listeners.
Jesus, dude.
For Juice WRLD. A song called Lucid Dreams has 102 million plays. I've never heard of Juice WRLD in my life.
Oh,
never heard of the song.
Yeah, no, nothing. Never. Juice WRLD sounds like, a store downtown that you go get, fucking, a Frosty or whatever. I can't even think of what a juice.
Yeah,
a juicy.
Juicy. It sounds like you want to buy into a franchise.
Right, yeah.
Hey, do you want to, like...
It's like a fucking yogurt
Like you show
place.
up at yeah, yogurt place. Like you show up at a funeral and a long-lost relative is like, hey, dude, I know this is kind of a shitty situation, but I'm buying into a Juice WRLD. Do you want to go in on one together?
Right.
It'll change our lives. Juice WRLD will change our lives.
Yep.
So hop over to Greta Van Fleet. And again, nothing to, nothing wild, but 1.6 million monthly listeners. That's great. That's good. But Juice WRLD has 17.6 million monthly listeners. It's crazy. But these kids can go out and do hard tickets. They can go out and do shows, and people will pay money to see them live. I don't know about Juice WRLD. Maybe Juice WRLD can. I don't fucking know, but I know Greta Van Fleet can.
Right. So is it just rock and roll is just not the number one genre anymore? I mean, is that the deal? I mean, they haven't been for
I
a while,
I
right?
d- yeah, I mean it's taking a hit, but as the old things kind of come around and everything that was once old is now new again. I mean it's we're feeling a resurgence, but
Dude, that's what.
basically with popular music,
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just gonna
what's
say
that?
that's what it feels like. I mean, it feels like there's a resurgence and good music coming back. That's what I'm hopeful anyway.
Yeah, I mean Kurt Cobain used to say that every 10 years there's a handful of really really good rock bands,
Yeah.
and we might kind of be on that, that next wave of a handful of really really good rock bands. But
That's
and
sorry.
but no, but even the genres. I mean, all of these genres are all pointing towards a popular genre. I mean, if you look at country, there are lots of different country records, and if you look at rock, there are lots of different rock records. There's indie rock and there's heavy metal and there's dark rock and da 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 da. But the most successful of those artists blend popular elements instead of driving it straight up the middle with their genre, right? I mean, you can go in the country genre, you can have an artist that does the cowboy boot thing and the cowboy hat thing and sings a sad song, and he or she will do very well. But the artist that is getting the Spotify streams and making the waves in popular music, those folks are blending popular elements and going for a more crossover hit. And that's nothing new really, but
Right.
I feel that with Spotify and with more and more people listening to more and more music and not really calling themselves, oh, I only listen to indie rock, or I only listen to metal, or I only listen to country music, or I only listen to pop. You now have people listening to a lot of different genres, and popular songs just kind of rise to the top.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a valid point. I think you're absolutely right. I think back in the day when you bought albums, when you actually had to go in and buy an album, you didn't get outside of the genre that you liked too much. But now that everything's just at the click of a button, you get to listen to much more stuff, so you can venture out more and you can be like, "Oh, let me check some of this stuff out." I mean, that makes sense to me, you know? Cuz back in the day it was like, well, you know, I would buy an album with a cool cover on it, but I would make sure that it was rock and roll or whatever. You know what I mean? If I was going in there for a specific genre, that's. But now you're right. I mean, I've got all that apps and stuff, and I have so much music. It's ridiculous, and it's none of it's seems to go together. You know, it's all over the place.
Yep. Yeah, man. I think that's great. I think that's
Absolutely.
great that you can have. Could you imagine, man? Working in a record store was probably the greatest gig that I've ever had. And that's because well, one, you could just fuck around and listen to records all day. But I, I could go down any aisle I wanted. And we had at that time, that was the only way to buy music. So you had to have a big selection in your store. You had to have the, the popular music with the catalog music, with the new and emerging music. Because if you didn't, well, somebody came in looking for any of that, you just wouldn't make the sale. So you had to stock a wide variety of music. So when I worked in these record stores, you I would open up records and play them for in-store play and then just kind of and reseal them,
Uh huh.
And so I got to listen to everything.
Right.
I got to listen to whatever I want. And of course you get, a discount or two, but I could still listen to whatever I want. But now you have kids growing up with an infinite playlist at their fingertips. They can listen to anything they want from any decade, uh, any genre, they're they have the chance to become little musical experts.
Yeah, it's and I constantly go back and forth with this, right? Like, not to change the subject. I mean, it's going right along with what we're talking about. Okay, it is the struggle of technology, right? Like everything, you have access to everything that you could possibly imagine right now. Like, for example, we're doing a fucking podcast on our phones right now through an app. It's unbelievable, right? Like, you have access to every single genre of music, every song that's ever been made. Shitty people that have never, done a thing, you can find them in the same spot that you can find the number one selling album of all time. You know what I mean? It's insane, dude. But then there's all the bad shit. Them constantly saving your data, everything's being recorded and used against you. It's really weird, man. It's a really weird time. We may live in the greatest, weirdest, craziest time in the history of the world right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think one of the most challenging parts of it is where the fuck is the filter? Right? Like where's the curator? Where is because dude, when I worked at a record store, I was the curator. I was the filter. I had kids coming in and we talked about music. I mean, this is a very rough example of the point, but I think you get it, which is you you want a recommendation for music, you go to a record store, you have a conversation, you listen to in-store records, you look at what other people are buying, and you talk to the this weird kid behind the desk or behind the counter about new bands they should listen to, and then they go home with 5 or 6 records that they may have never heard of before, and they might like them, or they turn on MTV and they turn on TRL and they saw the top 20 music videos of the week. Like there was a system in place that would say, out of all rock songs, here are the rock songs that you should listen to.
Right.
And
But you don't think like
and
Facebook
and
and Google are the curators? You know what I mean? Like they're the ones that are um they're kind of doing the exact same thing, right? Except they're doing it on a much much larger scale. Like they have that power over everybody, right? Everybody uses Google, and most people have a Facebook or whatever. And if they don't have Facebook, then they have Twitter. You know what I mean. Like everything is all connected online, so they are curating. They're the ones that are giving you the information depending on what it is that you like, right? The problem is that they they don't venture out. They see that you're clicking on one thing all the time, so you don't ever get out of your bubble. Does that make sense?
oh, 100%, man. Yeah, it's been completely displaced. So everything I just mentioned, yeah, it has its place in the online world. I mean, where's the middle? Okay, well, I just read that list, the top 50 tracks in the United States, right?
Right.
But that is not based on that's based on like a very big number. It doesn't mean I'm going to like it,
Right.
you know? And it's very very weird.
Well,
And
most
it doesn't
popular crap
feel real.
I yeah. I mean, it's very rare that I'm into the popular music that's going around. I might like a song or two, but and I'm not trying to be a snob or anything like that. I just sometimes I mean there's a reason pop music is pop music, it's popular. That doesn't mean that I'm I'm into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think what we've seen is just a lot of displacement, right? And the best example of that displacement is probably happening in photography, or it's happening in the image, creative imagery. Uh, Kodak, right, used to be the middle of photography. That was what it meant to be in the photography business. And I mean, I'm making these numbers up, but I mean, probably 60,000 worldwide employees or tens of thousands of worldwide employees with some kind of valuation measuring into the billions, right?
Yeah.
That was the photography business. That has been displaced by one app.
Right.
That's Instagram.
Right.
And they have they had, like several years ago, 13 employees, and it was purchased by Facebook for $1 billion. So the entire industry of photography was completely displaced. One that would had, tens of thousands of employees, and one that was worth billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, and one that was very rich in like technique and craft and artistry, right? And you had different photographers all across the world using different things to achieve different results. That was all whittled down to one application that can run on the smartphone that had the exact same 10 filters for everybody else by 13 people, that was sold for $1 billion. And that completely destroyed the photography business. We now create more pictures now than ever before because of that.
Absolutely. That's what I mean, man. I mean, I don't know how to say this. I'm too dumb for this, obviously, but um, man, there's so many benefits to living in this time period. All this technology is fascinating. It's amazing. It's advanced our society. It's advanced every society. But it's got to have consequences, right? Like, and we just haven't got to the point to where we've seen all the consequences, and I don't think people think about all these consequences. It is absolutely changing our society in a huge way every single day, and people just aren't even paying attention to that fact. You know what I mean? Like you said, man, there's possibly, there's 60,000 people without a job because of shit like that, technology, you know what I mean? What's going to happen when automated semis get out there, AI semis or whatever? It's just McDonald's is going to be all robots and shit, you know what I mean? Like we're just there's it's a really weird time.
Yeah, and that's going to happen faster and faster and faster, because when we were in charge of making shit, it took a while to figure it out, right? Like it just took a second to make a machine and then make it better and then make it better and then have a breakthrough, and that took a while.
Yeah.
But now, man,
Everything's
now
so
that we're
fast.
unlocking AI, everything's fast and everything's just going to get faster and much more efficient.
Well, the AI is going to change everything, but you've also got 3D printing. You can make any part that you ever needed for anything. On a freaking printer, you just print it out. There's no need for hardcore manufacturing when you can just hit a enter on the computer and it prints out anything that you want. You know what I mean? Our society is about to have the biggest change, probably since the Iron Age. You know what I mean? Like it's I need to quit saying that, but I just
Since
need
the Iron Age.
No, I need to quit
Well, look at
saying
it
you
this
know
way.
what I
You can.
mean because I can't ever think of a coherent thought. So I'm hoping that you'll fill in
Well,
whenever I say you know what I mean.
well, look on the bright side. You can print out a giant dick in the privacy of your own home.
That's true. That is true. Listen, all I'm saying is we have the opportunity to be the freest society the world has ever known before. Or we are going down a very, very dark path where we're all going to be enslaved by machines and it's fucking Terminator.
And here's where I'm a little conflicted. Generally, with very easy problems, there's a very easy solution. And it doesn't take too many smart people or even not so smart people to figure out which path is the correct path. This is a very, very big, very, very complicated problem. And you have a lot of very smart people and very normal people and very dumb people who have a completely different opinion
Yes.
on the best application of this technology. It blows my mind that you have people working at the same level, like the same super, super high level in AI, and then publicly saying completely different things about the application.
Yes.
Some say it's going to be horrific, and some say it will solve everything.
Right.
And that concerns me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100. Yes, that is exactly the problem with it. It is. You've got people saying that it is going to be the downfall of society, and people saying that it's going to save society. So which direction do we fucking go, man? And
Man, I
I
don't
know
know.
most people are thinking, dude, it's gonna save society, you know. But not even thinking that. I don't even think that they're thinking about it, man. People don't realize how much time they're spending on their cell phones, or how much time they're spending on Facebook. It's just taking over. Technology just takes over and it makes your life so easy that you just become complacent. You're like, oh, dude, I don't need to do anything anymore. I've got all the answers right here. Eventually, it's going to be like, I don't need to do anything. I've got this robot doing all my work. And then eventually, it's going to be like, it's going to be like Wall-E. We're all going to be floating around in space like 9,000 pounds, not being able to do anything.
Yeah. And that doesn't sound very fun.
No.
Because I mean, it's weird. Like, you don't know what things have been made easier with technology, like once you're in it, right?
Right.
Um, I mean, for years I used the coffee machine to make my coffee in the morning, and now I do. Now I make coffee with a pour over. Like, it's a manual process, and I enjoy it a lot more. But I had no clue you can make coffee that way, and until several years ago when I started making coffee that way,
Right.
because I grew up with a coffee machine, and so now these children are going to be raised around AI devices or smart homes, and that will just be the way you do things. You won't turn on your TV anymore. You will just speak to it.
Right.
Everything will have Alexa, or everything will have Google kind of baked into it, but that'll just be the way you get things done. But to me, that's very dangerous, because you need to have a sense of purpose. You need to create meaning. You need to feel like you're doing something, right? And this goes back to Theodore Kaczynski when he was looking at globalization, or when he was looking at like industrialization, and he was very concerned about humankind's sense of purpose. He argued that once technology has solved all of your problems, what do you do? We like to solve problems. We like to do stuff. We like to accomplish things. And when machines accomplish everything for us, we feel kind of useless.
Sure. Well, and that's what I think part of the problem is people are talking about like a universal income. But what happens to your sense of purpose? What happens to you getting out there and do, you know, Go to work. There's value in going out and doing a day's work, and it sucks some days. But man, when you get off work and you get that paycheck, it kind of gives you value. But I mean, just getting a check sent to you while a robot does the work, like what I mean, in theory, it sounds fantastic, right? Like I would love that, but I do think it would lead to some depression or something. Or fuck, I don't know. I really don't know. Truthfully, it might be the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I could focus on, you know, I don't know, doing a podcast or whatever. You know, that would be cool. That part would be cool. But probably what would happen is I would play video games and blow up to about 800 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think that at some point at some point the I mean markets have to fragment. You're absolutely right. There is business in perfection, right? How do we make traffic flow with maximum efficiency? How do we, because AI robots, dude, I mean, look at surgery. You can videotape thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours worth of surgery and then feed that into a machine, and now suddenly they have the experience of 1,000 doctors, a lifetime of surgeries they can perform.
Yeah.
Now, that seems very interesting to me, because if it's a matter of life and death, do I want one person? I mean, just look at the roads. I know you and I both have very different interpretations of AI driven cars, but do I want a 16-year-old teen driver looking at her phone, chatting to her friends on the road, or do I want a supercomputer that has registered thousands of lifetimes of of driving experience on the road?
Right.
I want that.
And I completely understand that side of it, dude. The only point that I have is what happens to that 16-year-old when they've never had to take responsibility for something as serious as driving a vehicle? What lessons do you not learn from letting something do everything for you? All of a sudden, that 16-year-old, when they're 30 years old, is still acting like an asshole that's 16 years old because they've never had to learn any responsibility because artificial intelligence is doing everything for them. So then we have a whole entire world full of 30-year-old fucking morons because they've never had to take responsibility for any of their own actions. And we end up hating each other and being more divided because they will find a different way to fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, does that I don't know. It took me a
Well, no,
long.
I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go on.
No, I was just gonna say it took me a long time to realize that I was in charge of my life. You know what I mean? I always felt like whatever happened to me, I wasn't in control of my life. I was either always a victim or whatever. And it took me a long time to realize that when I started taking responsibility for my actions and the way I lived my life, the better my life became. And I think when you don't give people responsibility, the longer it takes for you to learn that shit. You know? And I think when it comes to a 16-year-old driver, I think parents need to, you know, it's a huge responsibility to drive a vehicle, not just at 16. Dude, I see 40-year-olds driving down the road texting on their stupid phones. So I understand where you're coming from. Of course, it might make us safer, but I don't know, man. Trading freedom for safety just it bothers me in some way.
No, I agree. I think we have to be very practical with it, right? Like, if it's a matter of life or death, I don't think we take that chance. I think if there's a heart surgery that can be better performed, or 30,000 less people dying from horrific fiery accidents on the road, we don't take that chance. But you're absolutely right. I mean, in Japanese culture, there's a form of aesthetics called wabi sabi, and that is the the embracement or people embracing imperfection. And I think we're going to have more and more of that, right? Like, I don't give a shit about the uh, um the IKEA furniture of the world, or my coffee cup being made 1% better every single year by an AI robot. Like, once something achieves a certain level of perfection, it becomes very, very, very boring. And I think that's one reason you see right now the resurgence of some of those traditional forms of music, or the resurgence of vinyl, the resurgence of woodworking, like people
Oh,
doing real shit.
absolutely.
Because
Handcrafted is a huge market.
yeah,
Artisan, like you appreciate that somebody does something by hand for the imperfections. How much talent it takes to make a fucking cup, even though it's not 100% perfect. You know what I mean? Yeah,
totally,
I'm
totally.
I'm
So
with
so
you.
I'm yeah, so my point is, I'm remaining hopeful because I feel that the market will dictate. I think there will be a huge market, of course, for AI services and AI products, but I think you will have those people who seek out alternate experiences, right? I mean,
Sure.
for people who love to drive stick shifts, and for whatever reason maybe you're not allowed to drive a stick shift anymore on public roads, you may have, driving camps or driving lands or driving experiences, or it just opens the door to a whole new market for people who enjoy making things, or making art, or buying and supporting human based services.
You know, I see what you're saying, man. I just it freaks me out when something's on that such a large scale. You know, um, I don't mind change. I like change. I think change is great, but I also think that sometimes change comes with consequences that we don't see for a long time either. And these things that we're discussing now are so complicated, like far beyond my understanding, dude. I might be completely fucking wrong about everything. I don't know. I'm just asking questions. You know what I mean? I'm just like, these are the things that I think about. And I've had these conversations with other people who believe the exact opposite that I do. That, hey man, you're either on board, or you have the option of completely dropping off the wavelength, get going off grid and moving to the mountains and not ever talking to anybody. And that's what their opinion is for me. Because I'm asking questions, it's like, hey, okay, well then put down your smartphone and go live off the grid. But fuck, man, there's some days that sounds great to me. But I also understand the importance of it, and how fortunate we are to have all this information at our fingertips. I mean, we can learn anything that we need to know. Is the power is right there with just a couple quick Google searches. It's unfreaking
Yeah.
believable.
No, I concur, man. We're in a weird place, but I'm still optimistic about the power of people and their ability to choose,
Sure.
right? So yeah, I think it just goes back to the market. I mean, dude, if you are concerned about, not you, like just you in general, right?
Sure,
Like, if
sure,
anybody
sure.
is concerned about, say, privacy on social networks, okay, well, right now there's Facebook and Instagram. That's basically your choice. There's Twitter as well, but Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If people are overwhelmingly concerned about the privacy on these digital services, well, that's a big white space for another company to jump up and say, look, hey, you know, come come to our business, and we won't do it like they do it. We'll do it completely differently. Or a premium service where dude, I'll pay Google $100 to not collect my data, right? Um,
Oh shit, yeah, that's a good idea.
there, it just, yeah, it just opens up more opportunities.
So
But right
you're more
now, we don't know what those are.
you're more like taking a free market approach to the thing. Like which I am too. I'm just talking about my fears. Like I'm totally like a free market, let the system work itself out kind of guy. I'm just I'm just discussing my fears, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to create policy. I'm just I'm just telling you
Well,
what
no,
worries
well,
me.
no. Well, no, you bring up a good point. Like there may have to be policy because it's at a certain point, right? When you have these massive companies, uh, I mean, shit, Facebook, Amazon, Google, and Apple, right? Like
Right,
that's
that's
who we're
it.
talking about. Those are the only players. That's
Right.
it. But when you have them hoarding such a giant collection of data and resources and finances, there is the free market at play, right? Can you, the little guy, go create a competing product? Like probably not, right?
I
Uh,
get it.
and
But the argument also comes down
and
to
so
personal responsibility, right? Like, I've gotten off of a lot of those things. You know, I'm not on them anymore. I do have a Twitter, you know, but I'm not, I've quit using some services, you know. Now Google's a little bit different. That one I use on a daily basis, and I really wish that I could not use it on a daily basis.
when you when you Google giant cock Salina, Kansas,
Yeah.
what comma where to find?
There's a lot of image searches, I'll just say that.
Itchy butt.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, but I do understand what you're saying. I mean, they do basically run everything. So you're right. I don't know if a little guy could come along and do something like that, but until the market calls for it, somebody will. You know, somebody will come along someday and change it all up. I mean, it went
Yeah,
from
I mean,
MySpace to Facebook. You know, Facebook did that to MySpace. You know, they came along with a better
yeah,
product that everybody wanted and liked better and went that way. And so I just think that people just
and every
voluntarily give away their information and their freedom and they just don't even think about it, man. But hopefully like with the whole music revolution that we're talking about, you know, what is old is now new, everything goes in cycles. I'm hoping that eventually, you know, freedom becomes cool again and not sharing every little bit of information with the world becomes cool again.
yeah, we just have to be careful not to swallow the recommendation pill, you know, because all of this data, you know, is being collected, and these companies are saying that it's for our own good,
Right.
you know, because they will use this data to make better recommendations, better suggestions. It will improve our lives. I completely get your point about the bubble. You know, I mean, if it becomes very incestuous if you are only shown the things you like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's silly. I don't want to just see the things I like. Um,
No. And
I
why
mean,
would you only want to
most of the
read
time I do,
stories
but I want to be.
that you only agree with? Like you're never going to expand your thought process if it's just shit that you already agree with. Like where's the growth? To me that's kind of the whole point of living is the constant growth, the constant learning. It's just every constant changing and figuring things out as you go along. But if you're constantly getting bombarded with the shit that you already think, then there's never going to be any growth. Anyway, I'll get off my
that's
high
true.
horse.
Get off your tall cock. No, that's a good point, man. I just don't. I mean, I don't think people do like to be challenged.
No.
There is a certain amount of bias. There is a certain amount of bias involved. I do like to read things that I agree with. I like to watch movies that I agree with. I like to read books that I agree with. And I don't think that's any different from other people. And I think our behavior online proves that. And that's why Facebook and these services continue to curate a feed that just reinforces that bias.
Yeah.
I mean, look at our reaction to the Spotify playlist of artists we've never heard of.
Yeah.
Am I going to go and listen to that music? Probably not. I'll go dig up my REM record.
Right. Well, but that's the thing, man. I really do try to make an effort. I do try to make an effort to listen to something new, to read an article that I normally wouldn't ever read, to see an opinion that I don't agree with. Having conversations.
Watch a different kind of porn.
Exactly. Sometimes they're little people. Sometimes they're really big people.
Sometimes it's mostly men. Just a
Banging
lot
in the
of
back
them.
of a fit. Yeah, man. It's but you're right, man. Like a lot of the books that I read, well, which by the way, I don't read books. I listen to audiobooks. I would love to be able
narrated by Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh my god, that would be the worst book on the planet. I love Gilbert Godfrey, but can you imagine a whole book? This book is 14 hours long.
It was the worst of times.
Oh. And honestly, man, I would love to sit down and read a book, but here's the problem with that is I start reading when I go lay down for bed, and within 30 minutes I'm zonked out, and I don't remember like half the shit I just read, and it takes me about 103 years to finish a book. With an audiobook, I put my headphones in while I'm working, and dude, I can listen to 2 books a week, 3 books a week. It's freaking awesome.
Do you ever listen to it on? Do you ever listen to it on double speed?
No, I can't do that. I miss too much of it.
I knew a guy.
About it.
Yeah, I can do 1.5, but I knew a guy who listened to every book on double speed, and he was like a computer dude, and I'm like, of course you do. Of course you do. It's unlistenable.
Yeah, I can't. It's like 2 chipmunks banging in a sock. I can't do it. It's way too fast for me. I just go on normal speed, man. I don't know, and it sucks telling people that I don't actually read, but it's hard explaining that to people when I'm like, I just got done reading this book. Ugh. And then I start getting a guilty conscience because I didn't actually read it, and I feel like I'm lying. So then I have to stop and say, okay, I didn't read it. I actually listened to it. Ugh. Anyway.
What are some of the like most recent books you've read?
Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules. I'm
12 Rules.
Yep. I'm in the middle of that one right now. I love that.
Is that on? I'm sorry. Is that on audiobook?
Audible. I have the Audible app.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Now, who does he narrate it?
He does. He actually reads it himself, so it's kind of cool. Before that was The Operator, um, the guy that killed Bin Laden. Before that was
Whoa. Do you want to? Well, I'm going to stop you right there.
okay.
Do you want to hear something really fucking weird?
Yes.
As you said, The Operator, I turned around and looked at my bookcase and looked at a book. And the title is The Operator. But it's the story about David Geffen.
Oh. Yeah. Same thing. David Geffen, Geffen Records, or the guy that killed Osama bin Laden.
Dude! What are the fucking odds?
Yeah, that's kind of
that
crazy.
You and I would be having this conversation, recording a podcast, talking about shit, talking about AI, talking about books. You mentioned The Operator. I turned at just the right moment to see the words The Operator.
That is insane.
Dude, that's like that fucking time. You and I have the same dream, or you and somebody else? What was that about?
I think it's happened to us a couple times, man.
That's weird. Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But okay, so The Operator. Holy shit. Yeah, we'll have to cover that sometime. That's a whole podcast.
Yeah.
That's a whole show.
I know. And then my next book in order is Jocko Willink, or however you say his name. It's hang on just a second, I'm pulling it up. I can't remember the name of his book. Next up, Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Or Willink. You ever heard of it?
No, what's that about?
It's like a motivational self-help, like get your shit together, go out and own the world kind of book. But I'm pumped for it.
That's cool.
Yeah. I like those books. Because I'm trying to lose weight and eat healthy and shit. And, I just need to get my shit together as far as that goes. He's like a ex-Navy SEAL. Got his shit together. So
yeah. Jordan Peterson is big on that, right? Like getting your shit together.
Yeah, fuck
just
yeah,
like growing up.
I love Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are like freaking out over the stuff that he talks about, but I mean, a lot of it makes sense. You know?
Yeah, like with the lobsters and shit.
Well, just everything. Yeah. I mean, yes, the lobsters and shit, dude. Yeah, it's an example. I mean, he was a.
You like that?
He was a psychologist, right? Is a psychologist, right? Like a clinical.
I think he still is. Yeah.
I mean, he knows his shit, dude. He's a very smart man. I just think that everybody's so quick to call you a racist or say that you're a bigot or whatever if you have a different opinion than they do. And he's got a different opinion. And so he gets a bad rap. But,
man, that fucking interview with who was it, Kathy Newman?
Yeah.
That he did with Kathy Newman, where she cornered him and kind of and just attacked him and kept trying to put words into his mouth.
Yes.
And I listened to a podcast, and he was on a different show, and maybe it was Joe Rogan. I can't remember. I think it was Joe Rogan, and he was explaining to Mr. Rogan how, before the tape was rolling, she was pleasant and polite, and it was a whole, green room experience. And then the minute everything goes on, it's, I'm gonna nail you to this wall.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's just kind of how things are right now. You know, you're not allowed to have a different opinion of anybody. And if you do have a different opinion, then they're not allowed to be nice to you. It's just complete gotcha, 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 gotcha. Trying to find your how big of an asshole you are, you know? Trying to make you seem like a big asshole.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, dude, that's what we're going to do. We're going to have some guests, and we're going to fucking get them.
We got to get them. Just ask them a bunch of gotcha questions. Transgenders, go.
So what you're saying is... BBC, go.
Roseanne, go.
So what you're saying is... Roseanne. Did you say Roseanne? Yeah. Dude, they're coming back, but as the Connors, I guess.
What?
Yeah, they're bringing Roseanne back, except without Roseanne. It's going to be called the Connors.
So what happened to Roseanne then? I mean, are they just saying that she's dead?
I don't know. No one knows. I fully expect the writers to come up with something just bizarre. Like, well, she flew into outer space or something.
Ugh. So weird, dude. I mean, I'm not saying what she said was right. I mean, obviously it wasn't right. It was a mean thing to say. But for the love of God, that's just the reaction now. You can't say anything bad. You can't do anything bad. There's no forgiveness. You're just automatically a piece of shit, and they need to end your career and end everything that you've ever worked for. Ugh.
Wait until an artificial intelligence machine downloads episode 2 and hears everything you've been saying.
Dude, I'm fucked. I'm dead. The first time I get into an automated car, it's gonna be like, oh, there's Fat Boy. Driving him off a bridge.
That's funny shit. Well, dude, what do you think? Anything else we need to get into? Like,
man, nothing I can think of. I think it's been a pretty damn good show. I really like the new intro. That's exciting.
I do too. Yeah, I do too. I'm really pumped about that. I think it we'll find the show. It helps us with the format a little bit. Hope everybody likes, the intros and the snippets we pick out. And, dude, I'm going to try to sign up for this phone number so we can, I don't know, if people have questions once in a while, they can call in and leave a message.
At least it might make some interesting phone calls that we can play on the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I would like to say today was my mom's birthday. She's not around anymore, but happy birthday, Mama. I think about you all the time. I love you. And, yeah, I just figured I'd throw that out there. So.
Happy birthday. Absolutely.
Well.
Well, cool, man. Is that the show?
It sounds like it.
All right, well, it's a good one. And subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Too Dumb For This, TooDumbForThis.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Too Dumb For This. And we'll be back next week.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Don't put too many fingers in your butt.